knowing that I sleep peacefully at night. Shake them up, Lord, in the middle of the night. Free from the burden of hiding my truth.
Hello. I hope y'all didn't hear all that. Hello, YouTube. I'm here to I didn't even think about what song I was going to start with today, but we'll just pick it up with the story. I've been following this story about Duane Youngblood and Bishop T.D. Jakes and Larry Reed, right? So I'm going to continue the story to its end. Today, we have another response. Apparently, this is supposed to be the final response before they actually make a decision whether this is going to trial or not. Youngblood is now, I mean, we heard a lot from Jakes last week. Now, Youngblood has given his response to Jake's letter a couple weeks ago. How y'all doing? How y'all doing? L. Edwards. How you doing, L. Edwards? Ooh, there's Alfreda Gross. Hi, Alfreda Gross. God before everything. Dark Liquor Cam. LaSparkle Covington. How y'all doing this Saturday? It's a beautiful day out in San Francisco. So this is much more of the same bullshit. This man, this convicted child abuser or pedophile, Chester, whatever you want to call this man, he, in my opinion, is still not taking responsibility for his actions. In this last statement, and I don't read all these long documents, I'm a dyslexic, it is hard on my eyeballs. He's saying that he is following the 12 steps of alcoholism, 12 steps, which is applied to alcoholism, drug addiction, Overeaters Anonymous. They have hundreds of anonymouses. They got Gamblers Anonymous and all the different things. I didn't realize they had Child Molester Anonymous, apparently. But he says that he's simply adhering to the tradition of the 12 steps by saying that he is telling his story. He just sought to tell his story, right? What he's left out, because some of us do actually know what goes on in those meetings, was what he left out was the second part of that same tradition. We tell the truth. We confess our sin, something to that effect, as long as it doesn't harm others. As long as it doesn't harm others. We tell our truth, right? As long as it doesn't harm others. You left that part out, Duane Youngblood. Anyway, he goes on and on and on. He's not, I don't know when the emphasis left from these victims of his, these children he fucked, right? How it got all switched over to this Jakes. They're all three of them are opportunists, right? First of all, he's an opportunist because he knew what kind of a warped person would broadcast this bullshit, and he contacted Larry Reed from prison. This was a total stranger. He knew he had 7 years to come up with his story, right? Or how he was going to divert and how he was going to come back and how he was going to write these books and how Youngblood, listen to me. Listen to me. They don't need your help. He goes on and on and on. I got to tell myself to help others. I have to tell myself to help others. You're not helping nobody. What are you going to tell them that's going to help prevent them from being a child molester? Right? It is your attraction, sir. You're broken. You're a broken person. Correct? And you knew that if you brought up the name T.D. Jakes to Larry Reed live, he would broadcast it and sensationalize it. Correct? Perhaps the money angle hadn't come in quite yet. You were simply trying to get this bullshit story of yours out because you got to figure out a way to make a living, right? A way to present yourself. So now you're Superman or Wonder Woman or somebody, and you're going to help. You're going to save all the kids, and you're going to save all the future child molesters. Correct? By telling your goddamn story. What is your story? All I heard about was T.D. Jakes, right? So Jakes is suing this fool for $75,000. You should have made it a bigger number so the bitch should be working for the rest of her goddamn life. Correct? TD Jakes said, I'm not going to be extorted. They talk all around this demand letter of theirs for $6 million. You should have Duane Youngblood. Listen to me. I know you're looking in here, ain't but 2 or 3 people reporting on your ass, right? You should separate yourself from this other dude, Blackburn, right? Because Blackburn saw that Larry Reid video, and he was opportunist number 2. Actually, Larry Reid was opportunist. You were opportunist number 1. You were playing Larry Reid. Larry Reid came onto the picture. He opportunist number 2 because he has some kind of pipe up his ass about TD Jakes. And then now this lawyer, he's number 3, right? Because he saw the story. He said, oh, I see dollar signs. I see dollar signs. And you don't have the decency to come up there and try to get the people for 20 or 30,000 just as a nuisance, right? Just to get them out of the way so they can shut up talking about it. No, nigga, you went for $6 million. You must have read somewhere that Jakes had these big real estate deals where he's making billion-dollar deals and so forth, and you thought you could get him for $6 million. Correct? So you're all 3. I ain't gonna call you demons yet, but you're all 3 opportunists. Correct? And all that man was saying, what? No. CDJ certainly don't need your 75,000. What he needs for you to do is to understand, I will not be shook down. No, you picked the wrong one, baby. How y'all doing? I don't know why I got stuck on how y'all doing today. I got that from Fred Hammond. He opens one of his songs like that. High fitness is everything. And Miss Dovey's here. Miss Dovey, you getting married? I keep seeing the man over there on your channel. What's up? What's up with that? Miss Piggy's here. My moderator. Hi, Nikki, with the eye patch balloon. Good morning, everybody. Yeah, we're going to follow this story to it because it's wrong, people. I mean, even if you don't, for whatever reason, I don't know why you would not like TD Jakes. I think it's just about money. He got it and you don't, right? This whole fake shit with Larry Reid come up with, but I don't like the way he spoke to. He didn't come to the funeral. He didn't come to. I don't like the way he treated Carlton Pierce. Nigga, if I'm having an issue with a friend of mine and we done fell out or whatever, you have got nothing to do with that, right? I'll make the decisions in my goddamn life. I'll have my own fights, my own arguments. How did you get so involved, Larry Reid? No, you saw a dollar. That's why you were an opportunist, correct? And also it's why I start to question, where are you getting your money? We know about your girlfriend, William McCrae, how she was getting hers until they cut her off, right? And now I have to wonder how are you getting yours? Will anybody else step into the room? Right? Because most people, if they paid you, they're not gonna expose that, right? Anyway, I was listening to St. James. I don't have his permission to use this stuff, but it's a very long, these legal documents, they're very long, whatever. But what else was this fool saying? All about how he's going to help everybody. Girl, child molester, you have no value. You're supposed to go to prison to be punished, not to be rewarded, not to start a new career path, not to write books, not to do any. In fact, the prison system doesn't even allow you to profit from your crimes, and they are crimes, sir. You coming here talking about you? Oh, I talked to my therapist. Now I'm healed. I wouldn't let you in. I wouldn't let you on the same block with a child, a nephew, anybody. I would not allow you to be about no young boys. You know you are attracted to these people. You know exactly what you are, yet you still kind of force your ass into ministry. You are a disgrace to ministry. Correct? Didn't the Bible, who you worship and call God, didn't it say something about settling your differences within the church? From what I see, all I see is some dudes talking, right? Some dudes talking. I don't know even how you say he tried to kiss you. You made that such a big, huge motherfucking thing, child. I don't even understand how you knew he was going to kiss you on your lips. How you know the jaw is here and the lips are here, and the nose is here and the forehead is here. How do you know? Since you're all pretending to be in ministry, he could have people hug and kiss constantly, honey. That's what they do. Good to meet you, brother. Hug and a kiss. Not all this bullshit. Oh, he leaned into me and I died. You died. After all the shit you've been up to, putting your tongue and your dick and your ass up in these young people's face, all it took was somebody to lean into you and you died. Nigga, when you realized that you were a child molester, you should have died then. Shit. I don't even like that subject. All this shit, everybody's always accusing everybody, all this bullshit. But you're the real deal. You are an actual, real live child molester. Right? And you went to prison to be punished. You come out here grinning. I'm going to help the people. I'm going to help them. How you going to help them? Isn't that how all this mess got started? You were supposed to be helping them kids, right? Didn't you say that you asked them, do you want to be gay? And if they say yes, you took them in the back room and fucked them. The fuck you gonna help somebody? You're trying to help your own goddamn self, correct? Then you got your brother all involved in it. I give my testimony. Oh, it had nothing to do with my brother. Okay, it just happens to happen at the exact same time that your stupid ass brother is being sued, correct? Then you got the whole family involved. This is why I hate when these people come in here constantly running their mouth about how integral they are. And you're the opposite of that. You don't belong in ministry. That's not a calling. It makes me question when these people always talk about how I was called by God. I was called to do the work of God. Okay, so you molested boys for 20 years, right? So what was you? It's just a part-time called by God. The other time, a notorious child molester who you couldn't even trust around your teenage sons, or preteen sons. Take responsibility. Taking responsibility for your actions does not involve incriminating other people, particularly when they haven't done anything to you, bitch. I'll give you an example, girl. You say you're going to write a book, be famous. You want to help everybody. Here's my book right here. You see what I call myself? Meth Monster. The story of a resurrected life. Timothy Blaine. That's my story. It ain't the preacher who waved at me when I was 12. It is not the people in the church all trying to turn me out. Oh, it ain't. Oh, my father. I know my father was fucking my sister. I know he was doing. But nigga, why'd you tell somebody if you knew it? Your crime started early. Baby. Oh, there he goes. So I'm hoping that they will proceed with this thing. We need a conviction with this dude. Actually, because it comes down to the homophobia in people. So what if TD Jakes is gay? So what if he is gay and he's married? So goddamn what? We all make decisions about our life. He is not out there abusing people. He's not out there messing with young kids. What would his crime be? It wouldn't be no damn crime. There is no fucking crime, right? Baby, would you please stop? Stop, okay? Oh, shit, I hear him too. It's a dog in the hallway. Another one. I'm not on another one. We've been following this damn. I just hate shit like that. I just hate it. I mean, TD Jakes is one of the most successful preachers in America, right? They ain't got no problem bringing all this shit. They ain't got no problem humiliating this man. They give a fuck about his family. It's all a joke to them. It's all about getting a few dollars, girl, which is, like I said, there's 3 opportunists. Every damn one of them is an opportunist. They saw an opportunity, correct? Youngblood saw an opportunity. He went and took his story immediately to Larry Reed. Why? Because no one else would be interested in it, right? It's only Larry Reed, right? And his plot. So what they're trying to do in this lawsuit is they want to prove that these three conspired together. It was a conspiracy. Me personally, I consider that a conspiracy. I consider that a conspiracy. Why would you go on here and put all this publicity on this spiritual God? As far as these religious people go, right? Why would you do that? You greedy little bastards. You're greedy. You little monsters. You saw an opportunity. Larry Reed could give a fuck about what relationship between T.D. Jakes and Carlton Pearson. He credits Carlton Pearson when giving him his start in ministry. He's the one that took him to Azusa. It's their relationship. It ain't got nothing to do with your ass. Oh, I don't like what he said. I don't like. Stay out of people's business. How about that? What you're going to do is you're going to bring a whole lot of attention on yourself. I would not be surprised, Larry Reed, if they throw your ass on the griddle next. Correct? Oh, we just trying to help the people. How? Okay, and how does T.D. Jakes leaning in somebody? How does that help us? How are we helped? Just like that damn child molester talking about he gonna help the child molester. I don't know who he gonna help. I gotta write a book about it. I gotta go on tour about it. No, that's wrong. That's wrong. You've done wrong, and you've been caught, sir. You've been caught and you've been punished. You don't turn that into a prophet. Damn. Oh, thank you, Carla D. Thank you, Carla D. I appreciate you. Mm-hmm. God before everything is hit. Baby, please try. You want to go to the dungeon? You be quiet. I think the dogs can learn about 100 words, the smart ones. So I think Squinty, he knows at least 30 words. He knows, excuse me, so I never stepped on him. Mm-hmm. You sincerely hope they come after Larry next year. He's got to be stopped. You flying all over to these countries and all this kind of shit, talking about how integral you are. Child, and then that other one that name that should not be mentioned, will not be mentioned over here. He trying to say the same damn words that he say, integral, and everybody's stupid and everybody's ugly and all this shit. Now they ain't got no talent. I got talent. Maybe Larry Reed does have some kind of talent because he's made records or something like, or he's sang or whatever, however they define they have talent, right? But the other one, what is your talent? You ain't no goddamn talent. You're just running your mouth, just like I'm doing right now, honey. Am I talented? They're integral. I ain't never seen nobody in my life running around their whole goddamn career talking about how integral they are. Don't seem that way to me. It seems like you're a greedy pig to me. So if the fellas are getting together and they used to call that locker room talk or whatever, all these things that they have perfect memory of that happened 40 years ago. Oh, I remember he said he taught his wife how to give head. And the harm in that is you're supposed to be a man. What do you tell? You go and report what you heard, what he told you. He was in the midst of devils, demons, that whole damn family of yours, child. Apparently, if your daddy is fucking the little daughter, you ain't integral. Ain't nothing good come out of there, honey. Nothing good come out of there. You're all trying to get in, and now you're so far in, and you had no idea. You never dreamed that man would hit back. So you got caught, and you should be pissed off at this Blackburn freak because he's the one that went there hollering about $6 million and talking about, oh, it's just normal. It's just the regular thing. Oh, I always ask for 6 million, 16 million. You a goddamn lie. You saw Larry Reed online and you went in there and you went for too much. Don't take too much. T.D. Jakes may have. The other celebrities, they may have. But God bless the child that's got his own moment. You've got lots of friends crowding around your door, money gone, and you're still here. They don't come no more. And now you all three in cahoots together. So you let that boy ride your ass right into hell. I don't think you, Youngblood, you ain't had enough sense to ask for no big amounts of money, right? It probably you never even crossed your mind you can get 6 million, right? You're trying to promote this damn book. It sounds like these documents that you released on today or yesterday, girl. That sounds like excerpts from your book, right? But I gave you the example when I wrote my book about me. I just told the truth, baby. Get Math Monster. I just told the truth. Everything that happened, honey, I was not. I ain't trying to blame somebody else because I was a goddamn meth monster, nigga. I was a meth monster. It is a monster. It is destructive, girl, and it almost killed my ass. And I'm telling that story, right? Not for how many clicks and views and all that bullshit, girl. I'm just telling my story, writing it down one time. For prosperity, as far as I don't know what the hell's going to happen to it. I did it for me. That's part of the 12 steps as well. Aren't you supposed to take a fearless moral inventory and share it with at least one other person as long as it doesn't hurt anyone else? Right? As long as it doesn't hurt other people. You're there to tell yours. We want you to take responsibility for what you did to those kids. And I'm sure they do, whether they want to be presented or come forward or have their life exposed or go through this bullshit again. Maybe they don't want that, but inside, on the inside, they want you to admit what you did. They want to help you to tell the details without their name in it, honey, right? Because they are actual victims of a child molester, right? And you ain't healed. You ain't healed bringing your ass out here talking all this bullshit, child. How the hell you healed? You calling people from prison. You already made your plan from prison. And then when he heard the name TD Jakes, which is the only reason he took your call, right? This call is from a federal prison. Yes, I'll take it. That's young blood. It's important. It's important. Mm-hmm. He took your call because you mentioned the name of TD Jakes. Now, we don't know if you mentioned that name in a letter or a note, email. They have ways of communicating through email in prison now. However it was, that was your only interest, correct? And then when Blackburn saw it on YouTube, right? Because you never know who you're going to address when you're putting shit out on YouTube. He saw it. He saw an opportunity. That makes him an opportunist, right? Just like Larry Reed is an opportunist because he sees a way to get the TD Jakes. He wants to fake. He has some kind of disdain for TD Jakes because of Carlton Pearson. That's a goddamn lie. You people are a disgrace to any kind of ministry. You keep saying Larry Reed must have said 2,000 times this year, child. Oh, I was a pastor of a church for 25 years. Okay, we get it. Right? What is integral about you, sir? Integrity means you tell the goddamn truth, right? Which you don't do. You try to ruin people. And what about all them other pastors? Remember, you got on here as a gossip queen. Oh, I'm help the kids. They always use the kids because the whole world loves the kids. Right? So they always acting like it's the kids. It's kids. I'm taking, the fatherless families. Oh, you're not taking care of your kids. And you're so concerned about it, right? Meantime, you're racking up people who will give you money. Now, my suspect is the way he's getting that money is he gets them all signed up for these levels in Patreon, right? And some people are on the higher level. So he's actually in their paycheck now, right? Which was the plan from the beginning. Correct? You want to be integral? Tell the goddamn truth. You know good and goddamn well that boy, somebody trying to kiss him 40 years ago is not a story. It ain't no goddamn story. Why? You had an opportunity to interview this child molester. You should have been interviewing him about his crimes against humanity. But Tim, what surprised me that Larry Reed contacted Youngblood whilst he was in jail to tell his story. What? Wait a minute. But Tim, what surprised me that Larry Reed contacted. How did he know he even had it? So who contacted who, Nikki B? I was under the impression that this Youngblood contacted Larry Reed. Are you saying that Larry Reed contacted him? Conspiracy, right? Because you're supposed to be talking about a criminal who was convicted of horrible crimes and who did years and years in prison for it. How the hell do we switch over to somebody try to kiss you? Now he says in his new filings, he's saying, "Oh, I never said that. I never said that. That's why I become a heartless child molester. It wasn't. I just told my story. I'm gonna change the world with my story. We don't want no story of those child molesters. Tell that to your psychiatrist, correct? Which I'm sure they're requiring you to see a psychiatrist, therapist, whatever you talk to them about you." Right? You need help for real. It's not a TV show. Right? We don't want to read your goddamn book, nigga. Right? Particularly when we see that you're not integral. You're not going to tell the truth. You're just like Donald Trump. You're going to blame somebody else. First thing, people with this narcissistic personality, they try to find somebody to blame. No, nigga, they put those handcuffs on you because you are the criminal. We shouldn't even be talking about Jace. You got that pastor driving around on motorcycles and panties and goddamn G strings and passing out peach cobbler to people in the nude and all this kind of shit. And he's going to sex parties and I guess he's getting fucked in sex parties and all. How would you do that to somebody? I'm just saying. What did TD Jakes ever did to you, Larry Reed? He was successful. You can't stand it. You hate it because you are obsessed with money as well, correct? Isn't that why you're riding around in Rolls Royces, honey, and draping hundreds of thousands of dollars of jewelry and diamonds and shit? That shows me what your obsessions are, correct? And he got it. He got it. TD Jakes is what you want it to be, and you're jealous. You're jealous and you're greedy. And he threw you a curveball when he filed this lawsuit. And I hope nobody settles. Don't settle shit. Take it all the way to court. Drag his ass through court. And you can tell us about what you did. Why? Why you care, Timothy? Because it's wrong. Motherfucker, still ain't said nobody that did anything to him. And I never said he presented violence on me. I never said he did anything violent to me. I just told my story. Nigga, you said he leaned in to kiss you and you died. You threw your hands up just like that. I died that night. Really? You died? The guilt you should have felt as a pastor of a church, having sex with people's children, that's where you should have died, right? The guilt should have overwhelmed you. But no, it didn't overwhelm you. You went to prison, got out, and did it again and again and again. Nothing bothers you, you narcissistic pig. Take responsibility for yourself and cover your face in shame, nigga. That ain't nothing to be proud of. You trying to turn it around like you did something good. You ain't did shit good. You're a child molester. How y'all doing? Calm my nerves down, chat. Oh, hi, Elaine. How you doing, Elaine? Moderator. Mm-hmm. Yeah, y'all give me some money every once in a while. Y'all don't give me nothing. What's wrong? What did I do wrong? What did I do wrong? Please forgive me, baby. And come on home. Sorry. What did I do wrong? Mm-hmm. We all got to eat, baby. Mm-hmm. Let me see. According to Youngblood, how did he get that name, Youngblood? How did you know? I wonder how the universe knew. Is that the family name? Youngblood? He's chasing Youngblood all his life. Youngblood becomes his obsession, right? People like that, they're not interested in adult people. They can't have no. He went with that woman. They didn't have no baby together, right? He probably never even touched her in her soft parts, had he? right? His attraction is his sickness, correct? Just like serial killers, their attraction is murder. He said he really, he threw his hands up when he said that, Elaine. He said, I died. Mm-hmm. He gonna call me from a bath. Nigga, we don't care about the bathtub. We care about what did you do with little Junior, right? What was the actual sex acts that you performed on this 12, 13, 14-year-old kid, right? Since you died. I asked him later, what did I do? Why did you do that? Why did you do that? You remember that from 40 years ago? I would love to get me a sugar daddy like that. You met him on one night. The next night, he's calling your house, telling you that he gonna take care of you for the rest of your goddamn life, even though he's barely even paying his own goddamn bills, right? Right? But that's your story, and you sticking to it. Why? Because it's a goddamn lie, and you got to stick to it because you can't change your story. And now your big scheme is no. That's the same way I said it. See, I said that the same way. I got witnesses here. I got right. You got heroin dealers and you got other child molesters saying, "Oh, I remember he told me that. He told me that he leaned in." It is literally impossible to hug someone without leaning into them. Right? If you go into a church environment, you're going to be hugged by many people. If you see an old friend you haven't seen in a while, they're going to hug you. Hugging people is not a big deal in ministry. It just isn't. When you're both claiming to be in ministry, and you were an ambitious little queen, right? You were an ambitious little queen. You wanted to come up in ministry, right? But y'all all had this little secret. You've already said you admitted that you were a homosexual at 19 years old. Now you kind of changed it. Or maybe I was 17. Maybe my ass. You have this perfect memory. Cool. Remember, nigga. You said you were 19 years old. We're sticking with the original story. That's why you shouldn't lie, because you got to remember what the fuck you said. Right? And every time you come up changing it, oh, I was 18. Oh, maybe I was 17. It didn't make any difference. Hugging someone is not illegal. And where did this hug occur? In this woman's house? You keep bringing up this woman. Maybe we should talk to her, honey. Right? What was he going to hump you in her house? Who gave me that coin? Thank you, AT2. Appreciate you. Want to hear their story. He ain't got no goddamn story. Anybody trying to hear no story from no damn child molesters, child. You're wrong. You're wrong. There's two left shoes, nigga. Right? And I don't think you've taken responsibility for your actions. Right? You everybody got to eat. We understand that. You need to make a living in something else. Not in ministry. Not you. You brought shame on your family, on God himself. Go and do something else, nigga. So now he wants to go and tell people how to make money. I'm gonna give him the advice. I wouldn't want shit from you. I don't want to hear nothing from you, sir. I want to see you cover your face in shame. Right? At least when you first get out of you come out of prison talking this shit. Right? You set the appointment up to do the damn thing with him. You were still in prison. You come out with this. Don't you have a book coming out next month? Right? Is this how you think? This is how you think you're gonna get readers? They can hear your lies. When you lie, when you're a liar and a manipulator and an opportunist, nobody wants to hear what you have to say. Why? Because it's not the truth. You need to explain to Larry Reed what integrity actually means. To be integral, it means to be honest, to be a trustworthy person. And you are not, sir. Stop trying to make yourself some kind of hero. You are not a hero. You are the villain. But you understand that? You know what this happens to these single mothers, realizing that this happened to my child and I wasn't able to protect them? I send them down there to get help. You spit on the goddamn church. And they all such church queens. Let me see what y'all say. I'm trying to take down Bishop Jake. Ain't that a bitch? He needed Jake's to get on Larry Reed's show. That's what that came down to, Chad. That's why they're gonna hit him with the damn conspiracy. I hope they're successful. It needs to stop. And if other people have been blackmailed by these people or extorted from them, come forward and tell us what happened so we can get rid of these people. Right? They can't buy no diamonds. Was in prison setting it up. Child, he was probably writing his book in prison. And the story, it's not a coincidence. This shit, you got this TV show with Larry Reed just months before you release the book. That's not a coincidence, child. This is your plan. This is your way to promote the book. We all know the book coming, right? I don't know why that would be interesting past 1 or 2 pages, child. Did you do it or not? Right? The idea of grown men touching little kids is not a very provocative story. I don't want to hear that shit. That's why they put your ass in prison. Oh, I got out and I called someone. It broke my probation. You broke your probation several times. And in these paperwork from today, you admitted that there were actually 3. You went back to prison 3 times, or was the 3 cases? 3 cases, not 1 case that sent you there. 3, right? You got caught with 3. There may be 100. We don't know. Most boys are not going to talk about that shit, right? Youngblood. I want to hear their story. That's right. Bringing up victims, honey. They're real victims. And you victims, don't be fooled. Oh, it wasn't a big deal. Oh, I liked it. He was a nice man. All that kind of shit. You didn't realize that you were being molested. That's what happens. They convince you that you're doing nothing wrong. At 14 years old, you're not ready to be having sex with people. You're certainly not ready to be having sex with grown-ass men. I don't give a goddamn if you're gay or not. Gay or straight is irrelevant. It is against the law. He is a criminal. And people need to hide the kids. Now, you want to have an interesting way to promote your book? Let me give this to you free, Youngblood. Let's get those boys that you adopted. You remember them? The boys, when you were molesting all these preteens, you adopted 2 preteens into your house, correct? Do they have a testimony? I'm sure somebody could pay them to tell the truth. Tell the truth. I'm sure the stories are horrendous. That hellhole you came out of where the father was fucking the little girl, I think it'd be pretty normal for you, right? So why would you adopt 2 boys when you already molesting boys at your church? Was that just a convenience for you? Had those boys been touched? Tell that story, Youngblood. It's so weird and freaky to me that his name would be Youngblood. That's what they call young black kids, Youngblood. A street name, not a last name. Thank you, Soul Cosmic. Happy Saturday to you as well. With your little sexy icon. Oh, he got fronts and backs. Okay. Thumbnail. Okay. Some church elders need a cat and 9 tails to run out of the money. Ooh, the money changers, baby. He had his ass. He doing financial advice at the same time. He's supposed to be somebody's pastor at the same time he's molesting the kids. If he do that, he would certainly steal from the church. You ain't a person of any character. No matter how much Larry Reed said, I don't see why he wouldn't have the character. I believe him. What is there to believe about Duane Youngblood? What has he ever done that would say to you, this is a person of integrity? How are you defining that? It's all a game. It's all a grift. People are an embarrassment to your church. You are. I'm sorry. Maybe that's why it never developed into anything. You know, you claiming you're a preacher all over the world, but I don't see any evidence of that. Shouldn't there be video all over the goddamn internet? Jakes is everything you wanted to be, and you had no problem at all bringing all this on to that man. He did not deserve to be treated this way. He did not. And I'm sure that he would not at no damn Diddy. All this because he went to a goddamn party where everybody in town was going to, child. Because he was a VIP. Right? You think Puff Daddy can't have a pastor? He can't have spiritual advisors? Hell, you see Paula White up there with Donald Trump. That fucking crook. She still got her nose up his ass. How does a person... Well, you damage people because everybody in that church now, they will question these pastors. They're not going, honey, there used to be a time where you could see kids on the street and just say, hi, how you doing, Junior? Honey, they look at you like you're crazy now because of perverts like this. Because of perverts like this, you can't trust nobody. You don't have nobody in your kids. My mama told me that she would not have another man because she had daughters. She would not have a man in our house. They ain't welcome here. Correct? It's a goddamn shame. You got to suspect everybody because of these bastards. Real ones. And he trying to get famous from being a child molester. Disgusting people. How does a person that sick is able to adopt children is beyond me. Yeah, who's investigating them? What was that, a cousin of yours that was in charge of adoption? How did you pull that one off, Youngblood? Did you did you pay somebody? How were you able, particularly, did you get your record after you adopted these boys, or was it before? I can't imagine you would have got out of prison and been allowed to, even if you had been, they should have come and got the kids. The moment you got convicted or arrested for child molestation, why did they even leave them in the house? Well, so this was it not through a government agency? I would like to know if you molested those boys. I think it's a serious question. I don't think it's a coincidence. Good question, God, for everything. It is a mystery. We haven't even seen them. So I guess they'd be grown men now. Youngblood doesn't comprehend the harm he has done to the kids he violated. He don't care. If you're a real molester, you would do that to children's minds just to get off. You don't care about people. You're a narcissist, and you're also a sociopath. It takes a lot. It takes big balls to do something like that to people, and you did it over and over and over again. Even when they arrested your ass, threw your ass in prison, you couldn't wait to get back to it. That is your attraction, Youngblood. You're a sick person, right? Sorry, you need to deal with your issue out of the spotlight. It should not be in the spotlight. We don't want your help. Your help is not welcome here. That's what any church should tell you. Oh, I'm redeemed. Okay, go be redeemed in your house if you still have one. You ain't no help to nobody. How are you helping people? I tell my story. When I tell my story, when you sit up there and you let Larry use you, right, to accuse TD Jakes about all this publicity on him, right? This man ain't did shit to your ass, correct? Y'all about all this damn shame on him. I mean, a lot of people consider it shame, and a lot of it is homophobia, right? Because all I see is the possibility that TD Jakes is either bisexual or has homosexual tendencies. For me, as a gay man, I don't think they're a bad thing, honey. I just don't. Right? You try to make it a big thing because you know how them church people feel. You want to destroy somebody. And why in the fuck would Larry Reed supposed to be loving God? Why would you want to destroy this pastor? Is he preaching something that's going to harm somebody? Or because he has a real flock? Hey, come on. Get the bum right here. Put it right here. Put it bum. Put it bum. There you go. There they bum. But there's more. Of course there's more. The three that we know about. The three, I thought it was one he was sent to prison for. You know, apparently he said he had 3 cases. And want to be somebody's pastor. Right? You make the whole damn thing a joke. People aren't that special people. They always talk about how God called them. Really? Oh, really? God is calling child molesters to instruct children. And you're gonna help, and you the helper? Youngblood, I guess you have some kind of brain because you ran some kind of business before. Find your ass another business to go into. Leave the church and the church people alone. Just leave them alone. Leave us alone. Right? Go somewhere, hide. Right? Change your name. Move to a different town. That's what most child molesters do. They're clothed in shame. Not your ass. You coming out, you writing books and things. Jesus Christ. Oh, Lord. What else y'all think? Let me see. Did you hear that Youngblood's brother said about Jake? Right. Yes, Elaine. He said, did you hear? He got an affidavit in this thing too, in this response from today. Tim, did you hear that what Youngblood's brother said about Jake's coincidence? He just happened to have a story too. Mm-hmm. The Youngbloods are dirty people. Yeah, they're monsters. Child, they over here having. There's a reason why I know they say, "Oh, you can't blame the victim. You can't." Ain't there is no victim, honey. He says, "Wait a minute. Let me lose chain of thought." Youngblood says something. Shit, I lost my chain of thought. Maybe I can pick it up and ask the question again. Did you hear what Youngblood's brother said about Jake? Yeah, he talking about oh, Jace, I was in a hotel room with Jace. Oh, and he crawled in the bed with me. He crawled in the bed with me. Oh, he ruined my marriage and all this shit, girl. These niggas, y'all was playing a footsie with each other. There's no reason that some man in the church is gonna crawl in bed with a heterosexual. That's a good way to get your lights knocked out, right? Call in the bed with a heterosexual man. What, he gonna just come in there and start kissing on you and rubbing your booty? That don't make no damn sense, honey. And if he did do it, there's a reason they did it, because they thought it was cool. If he gonna lean in to kiss you, nigga, he thought he could kiss you. I ain't never in my whole goddamn life come up to some straight man, girl, and leaned in to try to kiss him in the mouth. Bullshit. He been carrying that story his whole life. He think, well, I told people. Well, why wouldn't he try to kiss you, Youngblood? I mean, help me to understand. I've been a 19-year-old homosexual. That you admit that's what you are or were, right? Why would he try to kiss you? Weren't you gay? Isn't that just a flirtation or pass? And I don't buy this shit. He tried to kiss you in your mouth, nigga. You said he leaned in. I guess you died between the leaning in and the actual. What did he came right here and you died that real quick, or was it like that? Or I mean, how explicit? What was this kiss of yours, girl? Right? How you know he wasn't trying to kiss you on your forehead? And if he did, child, you're just a young homosexual guy. I don't see anything wrong with it. Tell you the truth. Not there. But when you're going down into this 13 and 14, now we got a problem. If he did, he got the go sign from somewhere. Absolutely. Absolutely. You're the one trying to come up in ministry, right? You're the one volunteering to drive him around and all this kind of shit, right? There's got to be a reason. This man felt like he can just like the bed incident, come in my bed. He came in my bed. Of course, nobody's ever successful. They tried to do this and he tried to do that. Girl, if he leaned in to kiss you, something about your conversation, something about your interaction with this man told him it was good to kiss him. Now, if he was mistaken, happens all the time, honey, right? It ain't like he tried to force you to do nothing. He tried to give you some money. He didn't do shit, right? You said he tried to kiss you. You said no. Well, you can say no, right? It ain't no story for a gay man. You said you're a gay man. You're gay now, right? How many psychiatrists did it take to get you to admit that you are gay? Is that St. James? Hi, St. James. Yeah, I think I got my story from you, piggybacked off you today. Because I know you've been reading the whole damn documents. Uh-huh. It's lower. The successful rate is lower around here. What is that successful rate? Wait a minute. And those creators going along. Those YouTube content creators going along with it's sickening. It's sick. They're sick people. That's why I hate when they talk about this integral shit. You're not integral. You're the opposite of that. You don't tell the goddamn truth. Why you got these other fools around here following, kissing Larry Reed's ass, agreeing? Oh, I agree. I see what he said. I see. You sound like Trump supporters. Any goddamn thing you say is all good. What is your interest? You think you're gonna get a cut of the $6 million too, or is he just sending you 100 here and there? Youngblood is like the Catholic priest. He got away with it for years, honey. But never succeed. Ain't that something? He tried to kiss me. He tried to hug me. He leaned in, and I died. Little bitch. A full-grown dick sucker. And you died because somebody trying to lean in to kiss you, girl. It ain't like he grabbed the crotch. But that's the only way you're going to get on the Larry Reed show. So it does sound like a conspiracy to me. It sounds like this other dude, this damn lawyer, he sit back watching Larry Reed show, right? Him being an opportunist that he is, well, like a lot of lawyers are. He jumps in, and I think you got a lawsuit here. I think I'm gonna send a letter. Maybe we can get some money. You were tempting. You thought he would settle. It wasn't gonna be no $6 million, but you asked for so much money that you brought all this attention on the situation, right? You should have asked him for 20,000, right? Because that would be like a nuisance. They said, well, just give him 20,000, go away, right? Rarely does it work because usually when they spend the 20, they come back for more. Anyway, he saw an opportunity, and it was him. What's his name? Blackburn. By him asking for that much money, honey, it triggered TD Jakes. Oh no, this shit's got to stop now. Where is your holy water? Y'all better stop worshiping these fools because they're standing up in the pulpit. That don't mean nothing, honey. That just means they see an opportunity. This job pays well. It ain't that hard to learn one book. I'm serious, honey, about that shit. It is not that. Back in the old days, black people, we didn't have a lot of options, honey. So to be a pastor, that was the yellow brick, right? But even today, they see how the money would be racking. I think that money is kind of slowing down in this mega church situation after COVID. But they said, well, damn, all I got to do is learn one book and pretend to be holy. That sounds like a pretty good deal. If I was a doctor, I would have to learn 40 books. I would have to read all 40 books. I would have to know what the fuck I was talking about. But no, I only got to learn one book, and these people give me empty their pockets for me. Because as long as I put the name of God on it, I can beg. Anyway, so let me say, Larry Reed, you're gonna bring a lot of heat on yourself. But what you're doing actually is exposing yourself and this character you keep talking about, right? I don't know what happened in your legal cases before. And before I was kind of rooting for you that perhaps people were overzealous and so forth. But now I see why they were pushed to that point. You obviously tried to get something from these people or to ruin these people's lives for clicks and views. I don't know. But now I see you as like you said here, shakedown artists, right? And if they can get that, if they can prove that conspiracy, I don't know how good Drake's. A lot of this shit just comes down to how good the lawyers are, right? I don't know how good they are, but they can get that conspiracy on your ass, honey. Where you all three conspired to get that money out. They keep saying, "Oh, it wasn't about the money. It was nigga. $6 million is always even to Donald Trump. They can't just go in there and sue him for say, child. You know, see how they fight over money. $6 million, and you want us to just say, "Oh, it's just standard. It's just that everybody asked for 6 million. Everybody asked for 6. Everybody ain't got 6 million, but TD Jakes does, right? So you want to clean his clock." Mm-hmm. We don't even know how Larry Reed is paying his bills. I know these numbers over here ain't reflecting no goddamn millions of dollars. You can call yourself a million. Ain't that sickening the way the other ones going after now? They millionaires. Oh, I'm rich. I'm rich. They say the same thing he do. Oh, I'm integral. I'm integral. Oh, I got talent. I got talent. Oh, they don't have no the exact same words he says now that they saying. The exact same words, girl. That means there's nothing up in there at all. He can just put whatever he wants. Is that why he's choosing this new group of his? They're so tight all of a sudden. Easily manipulated for a few dollars. Let me check my perimeter, people, see what's going on in this world. Well, you know, we're going to have at least 30 or 40 stories on Trump. I ain't going to bother to count. Okay. Yes, at least 30 for every day for 4 years. He do something every few minutes. Let's see what else. Trump got to split the publicity down with Musk. That man gets going and do whatever the fuck he wants to do. So he goes and hires these goddamn billionaires, honey, to disrupt the whole entire government. Because his ass is too old, too lazy, and too slow. All right, that's all I see. Y'all having a wonderful Saturday? Jake should have countersued for $5 million and send Youngblood to the poorhouse. I don't think Youngblood got any money. That's why he's gonna be coming trying to play. He's trying to play this up like he's the victim, right? Isn't it called from victim to victor or something, abused to abuser and all that, kind of make him the hero. You done took advantage of my 14-year-old child, had sex with him in the church, and now I'm supposed to understand you. Hear your story. I got to tell my story. Get a job, nigga. Thank y'all for coming in on today. I done talked myself hoarse, and it's beautiful in San Francisco on today. I'm gonna get out there in it. All right, you guys. I'm so glad we had this time together just to have a laugh, sing a song. Seems we just got started now. Before you know it, comes a time we have to say, twinkle, 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 so long. Later.